What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and I'm here today playing the first episode in our LP of 505 games, How to Survive. It's kind of an isometric top-down, Diablo-esque, Smash TV meets Don't Starve crafting survival like sim, I guess, is the way that I would describe it. It's a really unique game, though, and I'm happy to check it out with you here at the Nerd Castle. So we're going to jump straight into a local game, story mode, and single player. And we're going to pick ourselves a character. So the first character we've got is Kenji. He's pretty much average in all of his stats with exception given to precision, which means that he's kind of our marksman type guy. Next we've got Abby, that's our female character, and she's got a lower strength, but she's got health, and she's got a bonus actually to stamina and precision versus Kenji. We've also got Jack over here, and Jack is our bruiser. You can tell from the sideburns. Just looking at him, you can tell he's an ass kicker because he's got rosy cheeks and sideburns. He's got 70 health and 76 strength, which puts him well ahead of everybody else in terms of just like melee power. I think I'm going to go with Kenji, just because I prefer the average stats. I don't like to weight myself in any direction. That's just how I like to be, so we'll accept that right there, and we'll go with new story, and we will be on our way. Oh, and we also get to choose between normal and Iron Man mode. There will be blood and tears, but this mode will make you a true survivor. I don't want to be true. I just want to be completely false. Let's jump straight on in, and it's time to play.
Mayday! 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 This is Scamper VL2841. Our position 2 nautical miles southwest of Los Riscos Island. We require immediate assistance. Our controls are out. Visibility poor. Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
This is the Coast Guard Station, Brands Point, Scamper VL2841. Coast Guard Station, Brands Point, Channel 16. Your trajectory is fine. Keep your course. Over.
Coast Guard, please confirm. Read right ahead.
Okay, so we know how we got on the island at least. Pesky Coast Guard didn't tell us where things were going down. Alright, let me get a feel for the controls here. Alright, the only time that I've played this before, I was actually on an Xbox controller, so it's a little bit different with the keyboard controls, but since we're playing on the PC, I did want to highlight how they work. Let's talk to this guy. So it appears as though F is our speak key. It would be using the A button for things on the Xbox.
Please, I need some help. I was attacked. I'm exhausted. There are monsters everywhere on this goddamn island. Some followed me and surrounded me on this beach. I managed to kill some of them, but look, bastards bit me. Listen, I know there are medicinal plants around here. You gotta bring me one. It should ease the pain. Please, be quick. I'm bleeding.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about beggars not being able to be choosers. But we will definitely go get you some weed, buddy. Let's see, tab is going to open the map. Okay, cool. I like that a little bit better than the Xbox. The Xbox controls, I will warn you guys, if you're planning on playing this game for the Xbox, they're a little bit odd. Like, you have to get used to them. And until you get used to them, they've got kind of a weird configuration versus what your common Xbox game would have. Can we go up this way? Let's have a look around. We can sprint by holding down the shift key. I'm sorry, not shift. We can hold it space. There it is. It says it right on the screen. Andrew, we have your weed and we will bring it back to you. Feel better, my dear friend. Or at least guy that is on the beach that's going to give me quest XP.
Thanks, pal. These plants taste like shit, but they're pretty good painkillers. You may need them yourself. Here's hoping you don't.
Alright, so we've saved Andrew, and he's given us buku XP. That's fine. I'll take XP from any source in a game like this. Now, the controls don't feel as tight on the PC. What I'll say is that, for example, when you're using the WASD interface, it does feel a little bit more sluggish than using an Xbox controller. And as this LP goes along, I'll let you know which control scheme I decide to stick with. But just by comparison right now, it does feel a little more sluggish, but maybe that's something that I can adjust in the options somewhere.
Hey, my name's Andrew. I'm not sure how I ended up here. It's a little hazy. But this place, it's a nightmare. A living nightmare. I'm one of a small group of survivors. It's been about a week since we tried and failed to to escape these islands. It seems impossible to get off. Many of us have died, devoured by these damn monsters. Right now, my friend Ramon is all I've got left. The rest are either dead or walking dead. Ramon is injured and can hardly move. I left him close to our boat while I went to find fuel. Please find him. Tell him that I'm injured and stuck here. You'll find him on the beach, on the east side of the island. Listen, be careful. Really careful. The island is swarming with these fucking monsters. Here, take this stick. You'll need it to survive.
Ah, nothing like the good old classic stick. And so now we must get off the island, or get off on the island. Get off the island. Let's go up, and actually let me have a look at my map here, and we'll figure out where we're going. Okay, so there's a campfire. It looks like everything's kind of blockaded off. I suppose we'll head up and around this way and see where it takes us. These things right here, these are sort of a tutorial, but I'm going to leave them in because the developers have done a really good job at making the tutorial actually like really entertaining and sort of humorous. They come with their own little animation and porno music. You'll see what I mean.
Kovac's rules. Introduction. Greetings. If you are reading this, you are probably afraid for your life. You will be lost and hungry, and if you have not already, you will soon encounter the many zombies who live here. Please, stay positive. The situation is desperate, but not lost. Thanks to my survival guide, you will get through this. My guide is a thorough training program to help you survive the most extreme environments. It contains all you need to combat the zombies. Good luck, and see you soon, survivor! Remember, unarmed combat is useless against these monsters. Always use a weapon.
And so now you can see why I'm going to be leaving those in. They're all actually really humorous. They're great. Hey, another wooden stick. Now we have 2 wooden sticks, just in case we decide to, I don't know, build like a lean-to or something. Oh, there's a zombie. Hold on. And it looks like, oh, we can do fatalities. Okay, so we can either aim at enemies by holding down the right click. Left click is going to allow me to swing my stick as vigorously as possible. Just literally shaking a stick at something. And so if you actually knock down the zombies, the funny thing about that is you see how he kind of staggered like so? If I had hit the F key right there, I would have leapt into action and just annihilated him with a fatality. Unfortunately, his friend was kind of tag teaming on me. And as with many tag teaming situations, you have to deal with one at a time. Let me grab, what is that? Oh, okay, cool. So what we just found on the ground, this is actually a recipe for crafting. It's a blueprint, and it allows us to make a healing poultice out of a piece of cloth and an herb. It actually heals quite a bit more than just the herb by itself. Oh, there's another one right there. Let's grab that. It looks like the Q key is going to allow us to use the items that we have in our inventory. Oh, fatality. Hoo-ah! And now we'll do this extra tutorial thing right here because I love Kovac's rules. They should make a TV series after these.
Kovac's rules. Chapter 1. Close combat. Here are some basic rules you have to keep in mind when you have to confront a monster during close combat. Use the right stick to aim. You still can move while aiming. Hold your strike to increase its damages. Press the A button when kill appears above a hurt monster to make an instant kill.
Alright, so that is something that I would like to point out, is that all the tutorials seem to be written for the Xbox controls. So if you're on the PC, you're going to kind of have to fiddle around. They did a good job actually lighting up what they were talking about here on the left, but the animations aren't actually going to change. Or, I'm sorry, not the animations, but the actual videos aren't going to change in order to suit whichever platform you're deciding to play on. We get XP for everything that we kill, and as we go through the game, we are going to level up. There is a tech tree of sorts. Not necessarily a tech tree, but a skill tree, which teaches you how to do everything from shoot bows better, to light campfires, all those little survival things you're going to need. This right here is a water hole, and of course, in true survivalist fashion, we're going to kill enemies next to it, because that's exactly how you keep your water nice and pure, by killing loads and loads of zombies next to it. The zombies do seem to do kind of a kung fu movie type thing, where if you go into a fatality, they don't actually like attack you. They won't jump you while you're trying to execute their friend, as things would probably do in real life. Setting people up for an execution, typically not going to slow their friends down. That's a little known fact. So now that the zombies are down and bleeding in our water supply, let's continue trying to find, Montague or Montalban or whatever the hell his name was. Let's see here. Oh, Raymond, that's what it was. Raymond, that's what his name was. What is this? Aha, a special white plant. 20 XP for finding it too, so apparently that plant taught us things. We learned things from nature. I do like the way that you get XP from everything that you kind of perform. That's one of those little things that does make the game better for me personally. I do like games which award you either XP or kind of expertise for repeating actions over and over again. The animations do seem to be a little bit rudimentary in my opinion, but as long as the gameplay is good, I'm not a person to slight a game or hate on a game simply based on the fact that its animations aren't exactly like incredible. This is the nature of the game when playing sort of indie titles. The development cycles are not necessarily what you might want them to be because they tend to be on a tighter budget than your typical EA game. I actually wanted to test my theory right there. Oh, never mind. It does like a... There it is. See how it kind of stopped while we were doing the execution? Kung Fu movie style. So as I was saying, development cycles tend to be a little bit more stringent for indie developers, and I was trying to destroy that plant. I don't know why. I decided he was an enemy of me. What is this? A reel? Huh. Well, maybe later on we'll be able to make like a fishing line or something out of that? I don't know. I don't know the entire breadth of the survival mechanics in the game as of yet. Can we chop? What is this? It looks like it's blocked. No, it's not going to allow us to chop through it with a stick, I guess. The stick is not sharp enough to get us through the brush. He will just not slay his bushy kin. Anything else? There is a day and a night cycle. I did want to talk about that, and it kind of increases the danger. At night, you've got these weird little golem-looking, precious clutching creatures that try and annihilate you. We can charge up a super attack like so by holding down the left click, but it will go off on its own. I was just cleaning it, I swear. It just went off on its own. The timeless stick charging experience. But anyways, let's grab this other Kovac rule. Wait, there's a zombie. Never mind. Let's slay him. Let us slash him about the head and shoulders. Slash! Slash, slash. And then kill. As I was saying, the animations, they're not quite at the level that you might prefer them to be at, but at the same time, the gameplay doesn't feel disjointed or anything like that. I mean, the gameplay feels okay. It feels fluid, and that's about all you can ask. What is this over here? Some kind of abalone thing? Oh, flint. Okay, let's take that. So we've got ourselves some flint now, and then we will take this piece of fabric, and let's check out the Kovac rules.
Kovac rules. Chapter 2. Healing. Fracture, cut, disembowelment. To be a survivor means to have injuries, yet live. So, if you get injured, and you will, do not fear. Help is at hand. The islands are full of medicinal plants to treat your wounds. Eating these plants will help you to regain your health. For more serious wounds, put the leaves in a cloth to make a poultice. Finally, I have left some presents for you. The med kits are powerful gifts. They will fully heal you in a flash. So, never give up and fight!
I like how the little crippled guy is like attacking with a machete. I don't know why that's so entertaining to me. It just is. It has humorous value. I think Raymond or whatever his name was should be around here somewhere, as I recall. Oh, another zombie. Zombie doing the spread eagle on a beach. It's okay. If you're all alone on a beach, do the spread eagle. Do your thing, zombie.
Hey, who are you? And where's Andrew? You met Andrew? Where is he? Shit, that's terrible news. Yo, if they bit him, it's all over. It's only a matter of time. He's gonna turn into a monster too. Yeah, I got bit too. That's why I cut my leg off. With my own leg. I had no choice. I went out of here alive. So what about you? Have any teeth marks to declare? No? Wait, and you got here, what, with just a stick? I'm impressed. Listen, if Andrew's bitten, then I'm shit out of luck. You've gotta help me. But look, I can help you too. I know how to survive. Come on, we can work together. You and I. Here, take this. You got a whole heap of shit ahead of you. If you want to stay alive, you're gonna have to use it. Comprende? No, it's kill or be killed. Yo, I can attack, papa. Okay. Follow me. Night's about to fall, and I got a favor to ask you. Come on. Don't be shy.
Alright, so Ramon wants to team up and get this thing started on a proper footing. And I think he'll be alright. Let's go ahead and... Oh, what is this? Hold on. Toolbox? Yeah. Let's grab ourselves some hardware. It never hurts to have a bit more hardware. Now we've got a machete. So we can actually... yeah, we can chop down these bushes now that we have machetes. Let's down this way. There is definitely some manscaping to be done. So let us manscape. Manscape like the wind. Alright, so we made it through the brush. And is this going to connect directly? I mean, I haven't looked at my map yet because there's kind of the slavering dead all over me, but... as soon as they go down, let me check my map and figure out where we're at. It looks like there's a little bit of a dead end down here, but there might be more equipment or something for us to scavenge. There's kind of a hut. I think we already busted one of these open, did we? Yeah, we did. We totally did. Let's go ahead and smack this thing. Ah! And it's a big fork. Way better than having a little fork. And then what is this? The leather strap. We can take leather and combine it with our machete. Or no, we need leather and a machete, I guess. And it'll give us a leather strap, and we can fasten armor to ourselves with it. Cool. And then a special red plant. We'll take that as well. We'll throw it in the backpack for later. I'm still not completely sure. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you press the E key to open up your inventory, whereas on the Xbox controller it'll be the B button. And then once we're in here, we can actually just click our way through. We've got an objectives tab. We've got our skills tab, which means we need to allocate that for making campfires up front. We've also got the stats tab, which you can track throughout the game. It'll tell you what day it is, what time it is, what armor you're wearing. You can make equipment for pieces of your body, each little bit, so you can make gauntlets, helmets, all that kind of fun stuff, especially if you're into kind of like the post-apocalyptic Road Warrior Mad Max type look. This game has got it going on. And then here's our inventory with all of the random stuff we could ever need to survive. Let me see if I can sprint my way back here. As in true video game hero fashion, our character seems to have a massive amount of issues just sprinting for any duration. Let's talk to Ramon one more time.
Here's the plan. Last week, on another island, we found an old air tanker. It's damaged, but we could repair it and escape. The boats can get us island to island, but by air, that seems to be the only way out of here. Andrew's mission was to find gas for the plane. This is your job now. Problem is, night is coming. And you need to know some really freaky creatures come out only at night, along with the other monsters. These creatures are vile, really aggressive. They only attack when it's dark and hate bright lights, so at least you can use that against them. I'll give you my personal flashlight to go to the village. But can I ask you to light me the campfire just here?
Sure thing, Ramon. Let's go ahead and exit out of there, and then we'll start up this campfire. As long as you have the skill, it should be perfectly fine. And then another unique thing that we can do with the campfire is that we can set our stick on fire and use it as a torch. Let me bust this door down and see what's in here. Is there treasure? An empty bottle. Not really the treasure I'd be looking for, but in a worst case scenario, we can write a message, throw it in the ocean, and hope that it ends up somewhere. Or at the bare minimum, that somebody will write a song about it. I guess we'll speak to him one more time.
Great. Thank you. This should be enough to keep them at bay. As promised. Here's my flashlight. If they come after, aim the light at them, and they will stay away for a while. Okay? Alright, good. Let's get back to the real issue. The gasoline.
Alright, let's do a Kovac's rules really quickly.
Kovac's rules. Chapter 3, Skills. You can upgrade your abilities throughout your trip. To do this, open your inventory and go to the skills screen. There are many abilities that you can acquire, thanks to the experience you build up during your adventure. The first one allows you to light up campfires.
I feel like the front end of inserting that barbecue stick into the zombie would be okay, but the back end would be really, really nasty. As soon as he gets into position, we will be able to start his next quest. There it is. Okay, let me grab, there we are.
Before we crashed, I spotted a small village. You will find it at the top of this island. With my machete and flashlight, you should be able to find it. If there's fuel on this island, it's gonna be there. So find a jerry can, make sure it's filled, and come back. Do you understand? You find fuel, and you have a bit of freedom. I'll wait for you here. I'm sorry. If I could run, if I could even walk, I could with you. Good luck to you, my friend.
Okay, so let's go find ourselves some fuel, because there was a boat down on the beach, and hopefully that'll allow us to get the hell on out of here. Let me have a look at the map so we can figure out what our main trajectory is going to be. We can either go up and left and around. Let's try this way first. We'll chop down some trees. At the bare minimum, the game does seem to do a pretty good job at rewarding you for looking at all the different little nooks and crannies, things of that nature. So as soon as we get that bush down, there we go. Wow, sprint. Anything over here? Can I loot that? No. Die. Yeah, sky rat. No, sky rats are pigeons. Seagulls can be pretty obnoxious though if you live by the beach too. I don't think the tire is going to be useful, although we could chop it up for strips of rubber. Realistically, anyways. Got a nice little pile of bodies going on. Got some very, very large flies, but then again, it is a tropical island. Anybody that's ever been to a tropical island, for example, my family is Hawaiian, will know that bugs on tropical islands tend to be like 80 times bigger than bugs everywhere else. So like cockroaches, oh my god, Hawaiian cockroaches are enormous, and they make like this little noise when they move around. Ooh, big old bastards. What is that? Oh, we got the recipe for a wooden axe. So that's going to use our stick, our hardware, and our flint to give us a new weapon. Let's go ahead and get that going right now, actually. So to combine weapons, you're going to go into your inventory. You just click on something, you go to combine, and then you combine it with a stick. Now we have this intermediate product right here, an unfinished wooden axe. Now in order to finish that, we actually have to come over here and use hardware because we need nails, duct tape, whatever it is to turn this into an actual weapon. Now that it's done, we can drop one out of our inventory. And if we use the mouse roller, we can get ourselves to that axe right there. The axe is superior to the machete. It can knock down bushes, and at the same time, it deals a ton of damage. Let's see, I don't know how to shift through these down here. How do I shift through these? If we hit the Q key, we'll actually use that. But we can change our weapon that way. How do we actually, with the Xbox controls, you use the directional buttons to shift through these, and once they're all shifted through, you can actually use the left trigger to use the object. But as of right now, it's not actually giving me any tooltip or anything to swap over to the flashlight. Luckily, we don't need it right now. Let me look at my map and figure out where we're going. That'll be one of those things that I figure out in between the episodes. So as you can see, the axe does a way better job at hacking through zombies than our machete would have, or our stick. Our stick is just pathetic in that regard, but we can use it as a torch if we get really desperate. Kovac's rules time.
Kovac's rules. Chapter 4. Survival by night. Beware. Another kind of monster appears at night. There are many of these, and they are aggressive. But they hate the light. You can easily keep them at bay with a torch. Or a flashlight. When you sense night coming on, check for your flashlight. You won't want to be caught without it in the dark.
That was a hell of a sneeze if it knocked out a torch. It's one of them combat sneezes. One second, there we go. So I gotta go left and then up and around and then we should be okay. Alright, I just wanted to get a general feel for my directionality here so that I'm not navigating completely like an imbecile. Only partially like an imbecile. That's the rule here at Nerd Castle. Never go full imbecile. Kill a couple of these cats. Oh good, my flashlight turned on its own. I was worried about that, but I think we're square now. Is there anything in here that I can loot? I think we've already been here. Is that the place with the well? No, there's... Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, so we've been here. This is that crossroads that we found ourselves at earlier on. Is that thing gonna be real? I know we picked that up before. Oh, we can do it again, too. Alright, it never hurts to have a couple extra, so it looks like the plants respawn, which means as we go through the game, it's actually gonna be important that we memorize where some of these things are gonna be located. If we go up and around here, It looks as though there's a campfire. But I think we're going to work our way towards the gasoline for the time being, and hopefully we can get there without any terrible comeuppances. And that appears to be one of the little night monsters right there, one of the little skittering horrors that we have to worry about. I'll try and keep the flashlight trained on him. They do go down, you can kill them, so don't think of them as any type of, like, actual deterrent to your gameplay, aside from if you don't have a flashlight. We can beat them to death with an axe if they get close enough. They're not, like, immune or anything of that nature. They're just kind of out and about and around, being a nuisance, making sure that you have to point your flashlight in weird directions right when you most don't want to. I think as soon as we get to the gasoline, that'll be a good place to take a break with this playthrough. And that, oh, it's got like, oh, it's reinforced. I wonder if we need dynamite or something to do that? I don't know. Weird. There's a water can right here. Can I use that for anything? No? Alright, well, in between episodes, some of the research I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out actually how to move your items without an Xbox controller. Because that's the one thing I don't think the tutorial has told us just yet. We got the recipe for an aiming potion. Looks like it's a special mix of plants. So we've got a white plant, and I don't know what color plant that is. I'll have to go through my inventory, but we aim faster and better for 15 seconds, so it's a little bit of a buff pot, just in case you were lining up to get your raid pull on. Is that a... No, I can't actually... It looked like it might be a ramp. Sometimes the camera angle can be a bit deceitful. We've got another reinforced shed up here that we can't get into, but we've got a special white plant, so we'll grab that and throw it on into the bagsies. And I think I need to go up from here? Yeah, let's go up. Let's go up. It's never good to remain on the positive axes here. Ooh, a bit more hardware, which is going to be nice. My guess is that hardware is going to be the limiting factor by which we can craft things, so it's going to be like the one thing you always want to find. Most survival games will have something like that, whether it's nails or like hammers or something of that nature. In this game, if I had to take a rough stab, I'm going to say that hardware is going to be that object that just we're constantly scrounging for to make those new badass gloves of monster fisting. Let's see if we can take this guy out. Yeah, we got him. He only gives 10 XP though, so it's a similar reimbursement that we would have. Is that lootable? No, it's just a weird viney thing. It's a literal identical reimbursement that we would get for killing a normal zombie, so I was hoping they'd be worth a little bit more since they're a bit tougher to kill off, but since they're not, it's okay. I'm not going to complain too much about it. Let's see if maybe... What is this? Just a bush? Okay. I don't want to get caught up in the bush here. Kill that guy, giggity, and then we'll kill that guy right there. Is that our oil can? What is this? It's got like a little stopper on the top. Oh, it's an empty bottle. It's not a stopper. Okay. What is that? Another wooden stick? Oh no, it's a recipe. We can make a classic arrow with a stick and a machete. Alright, well I don't know if... I haven't seen a ton of sticks around, but... Oh, now they're going to start giving me the stick. Okay, well I will take the stick willingly right now, and just this once because they asked me nicely. I've also got a med kit there. I'm definitely going to take that because it seems like its regenerative powers are off the chart by comparison to its healing buddies. Or its healing compatriots. Now that those zombies are down, we're going to check the remainder of these sheds just for anything that might be useful. Camera blocking me off a little bit there. It's alright, we'll take it. And it looks like we can save... Oh, a safe place here. Okay. Let me bust this down really quickly. Oh, we got another hardware. Cool. Let's do another Kovac's rules.
Kovac's rules. Chapter 5. Bows and arrows. The bow is the simplest distance weapon you can create. And the quietest. Select a flexible branch. Then combine it with a reel of twine. For arrows, combine a wooden stick with your machete. Making arrows is easy, but getting them back is even easier. So always collect them after a fight, no matter where they are stuck.
It's the most fun that zombie ever had. Let's see if we can get inside this safe place here. Oh, it made noise. I wonder if that's going to call in a bunch of zombies. There's a freebie reel right there. And there's the bow recipe. So we've got that now. There's the fuel tank, but we don't have a jerry can. Oh, it's on the shelf. Yeah, that's about what I had assumed. So we'll take the flexible branch here. I am liking my battle axe, though. I'm getting my dwarf on. Drink a little bit of water. Take him out, and then we already searched all of that. I think we're just going to try and fend these guys off for the moment before we finish this thing off. In any case, it's a ton of XP that we can use. Where is our XP list at? I want to see... Okay, there it is. So we've actually got quite a ways to go. We gotta kill a lot of zombies before we're actually out of the woods here. Where do these guys keep coming from? Oh, I got slashed in the back. Well, hopefully that doesn't get infected or anything. There's the jerry can full of gasoline. And it looks like we can do a refillsies in a dire situation from this big kind of jug over here, this big canister. Oh, we can close the door too. Well, I could have done that up front. The things that if I had known them, seems to be the story of my life. If I had known, we would be perfectly fine, but alas, we are not. Does the water restore my health at all? No? Well, I'm guessing at some point we're going to have a thirst meter and a hunger meter to deal with, but for now, I think this episode's gone on long enough. This has been the Nerd Castle, the first look at 505 Games, How to Survive. My name is Splattercat, and if you've enjoyed this playthrough, feel free to stick around. I will have videos coming out every day. I should put out a few more of this today. I put out about an hour of footage every single day if you're new to the channel. If you're old to the channel, make the place feel welcome for all the new guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care, everybody.